Hello, my name is Shadow here, and welcome back for another episode of Colombian Space Initiatives Supreme Ultimate. And in the previous episode, we did manage to destroy America. Oh, well, we actually started from America surrendering, didn't we? But I played quite a bit forward. It's now January 1st, 2012. So yes, we've gone quite a bit forward, and I've also conquered quite a large portion of China. The reason why I didn't record any of that is just I did it very slowly, I captured a few cities, then I focused a bit on the economy, then captured a few cities, economy, and so forth. It took a long time, let's just put it that way. So I didn't want to record that, but now we have some troops over here waiting to start charging along the coast here, and basically take anything between Nanjing and what we have here near the coast right now. So that is kind of the goal for today. We'll also probably be trying to take some of the area around Wuhan right now here, because we did capture Wuhan already. But we need to kind of clear out the area. There's a lot of artillery around here that I'd like to destroy. I've also brought in some artillery of myself. And that artillery brings us to the next thing, is we've gotten the new artillery unit designed. And it's fairly good, actually. The problem is that it doesn't have particularly long combat time, although I suppose the regular artillery didn't have particularly long either. It is actually slightly more. Almost double, okay, but yes, it is still fairly good artillery, all things considered. Of course, it doesn't fire all that often. But we have gotten some tech researched. I haven't written them down this time, but I got two artillery-related techs. It was the... Hold on, I suppose we can... Nope, not that one. Warfare, so it was... Hold on a minute. Probably should have written this down, so sorry about this. But it was the EM artillery, or... some sort of that. Electromagnetic ballistics, I believe. And then advanced artillery or some type, yes, I believe, yes, it was this that we got, and then some advanced artillery stuff, and then we've gotten the UAV, or combat UAV or something like that, or advanced UAV technology may have been it. No, it was the combat UAV designs, yes. And now we're getting the two next techs from there, on the line there, and then I think there may have been one other tech. Oh, it was stealth aircraft, or something like that. And we got the aircraft, the FA2 Ghosts designed, which are fairly good planes, to be fair. They got a decent combat time of 12. They got pretty decent damage. The ground troops they can only hit from the neighbouring hex though, so they're not like long-range missiles or anything like that on them. But they do a decent damage overall. Like, it is a multi-role plane anyway, so it does also fairly well in air combat. And for air combat, it has really good range, 124 kilometers. And then also it does a lot of damage on ships. But the Chinese, as far as we've noticed, don't really have much of a navy. Like, I don't think I've spotted any combat ships from them. I'm sure that they do have some, but not too many. But I think without further ado, or further delays rather, let's go ahead and start moving in there. And I'll give orders for these two groups to start moving forward as well. And I suppose you can start moving up north. But yeah, the enemy, as far as we know, we've seen some spy spring up over here around Tokyo, and there's a massive amount of planes there. And I've actually gone ahead and loaded the save up as China, just to check a little bit. So we know that they have about 60% of their planes in Japan, and they got like 1,800 air units total. So Japan is going to be quite difficult to conquer if we need to go in there. But another thing that I've noticed, like, the economy is doing, well, it's not doing great, but it's going forward at least. We started reducing the unemployment a little bit. One thing that I've quite recently decided is that I'm just gonna get rid of the advanced consumer goods factory, because for some reason they just don't have particularly good impact on the unemployment. Sure, they produce a lot of resources, and they're not particularly difficult to produce. Like, they produce, like, I think about 3 times as much as the regular factories do, depending on the supply situation, of course. But it's just we have such massive unemployment, which is causing quite a bit of harm to our economy as total. So I'm just deciding to switch those around. I'm still going to keep the military and industrial factories as is. And speaking of military goods, we are still producing a decent bit for selling to the global markets and selling a little bit industrial goods. We got a massive stockpile of them though if we run out of money. And most of the other things, there's not too much going, but let's have a look at the situation down here now that the troops are moving. There we go. Combat has started and our artillery over here is giving some nice support on the assault here. Seems to be going rather well actually. Well, I mean, I wouldn't expect it to go badly, not with this much troops in here. Now, in terms of text, the next thing that we're going to be getting is the Future Military Designs 2, which is going to upgrade our garrisons to the next level, which is going to be quite useful. And then the Leap Infantry is going to be next after that, probably. And then there's a few other things that I'm also getting, just for the heck of it. But yeah, we have played almost 100 years by now. I don't think we'll be reaching the 2014 this session, or this episode rather, but I'm sure that we'll reach there soon enough. Oh, and there's another transport going past. Oh right, there's an abandoned town, I see. So that's actually going to switch to us as soon as we take the surrounding... Well, not necessarily, there is the towed artillery there. Right, well let's pull you back. Before you die, preferably. Suppose we could send in the reinforcements there. And over here we seem to be doing just fine. Let's send the crows to the next town. Or into the town rather, and... Oh, did you manage to get out? Nope, because you decided to switch your direction again. So you are going to be dead. Unless we can destroy those really quickly, which might just about happen. Nope, we lost infantry. But overall in the campaign in China we've lost very little units. Like maybe, probably not even 20 units total. Like we started, at the end of the war with USA, we had already 900 and something, maybe 960 or something like that, units destroyed, or lost rather, and now we're still below 1,000, we destroyed 42,000 total now, which is quite nice, and quite massive numbers to be fair. Okay, so you probably want to pull back. But yes, the attacks over here are doing just fine. You can get into the city there, and this group can go into the industrial complexes. Let's go ahead and move our artillery down that way. Also get the anti-aircraft guns in. Got a few units over here that we can still utilize as a bit of a garden duty. Let's move you in there, and the rest of the infantry can keep on moving forward. Now, to be fair, most of the coastal cities were bombarded into oblivion by the Japanese, I think, before they got destroyed. So there's not too much to worry about in that regard. That is not abandoned town. Good. Okay, well, let's send in the infantry through, and you can get over there. You can take the next one. Now, we are actually losing a tiny bit of money right now, but that might actually be because we just got our engineers in here to help with the... Well, we got them here recently, at least. And we are losing a little bit more. How much are we using on construction? 89 million. Okay, well, that would be some of it. It's not all of it, though. Now, another thing that might be is we are using a lot more military goods right now. I suppose if we increase this to like 37% right now, that's going to increase the productions a little bit. I'm not going to be increasing the amount of military goods factories anymore, though, because we're not going to need too much, and I don't think the international markets are going to be needing all that much either. Alright, let's just move you forward. Suppose we could move in the artillery down this way. Just have some of these protecting the surroundings. Oh, right, we destroyed that already. Infantry is going to take that one. Let's actually switch some of these around. For the reinforcements, then we'll go for the next two over here, but we'll try to take as much of this as possible. Also, I suppose we should... Oh, they started bombarding there again. We should definitely get some troops in here to start taking out, especially that stack there and that stack there. It's basically taking these 3 towns and maybe these 4 towns. Plus, I suppose we could move these forward. There's a lot of artillery up there, which can be easily destroyed. Oh, I managed managed to escape. Not for long though. There we go. Okay, this unit probably needs to repair a little bit. Let's send the tanks over the river as well. And then let's have a look at the eastern front. Let's get you in there. The infantry can... I suppose I can actually send you over there. I'll just drop one infantry into the abandoned town there for the time being. You can get in there. We got another group over here that could probably clean up that one. Let's get in the artillery into the city. To be fair, I'm not entirely sure if they really have airballs on this side, other than maybe from Japan. Which, to be fair, we're starting to get closer and closer, so yeah, we'll need to keep an eye out, that's for sure. Okay, I think it's time for us to attack. Oh, no. Attack there. That way we'll be able to destroy some of the artillery there, hopefully. Send in some of the tanks as well. As soon as we get through the garrisons, the better. Or let's just say that the sooner we get through the garrisons, the better. If we bring in the last tanks there, this crow probably needs to pull back already. And the garrisons, well, the enemy garrisons are certainly going down. Now they're starting to lose the artillery there as well. So that is excellent. There we go. So those artillery are now down. There's still the stacks down here, which is certainly not great. But I think we can destroy them soon enough. Actually, I don't know if we are destroying any of those. No, we destroyed one. I didn't make you entrenched there, right? Well, I did now. Okay, well that's going to give them a little bit of room to work with. You can be sent back to repair in Wuhan. I've got some troops over there. I don't think we have a lot of troops in here to send. I suppose we've got a little bit of infantry over here that can be sent forward. And is that is a village. I think those crows can actually take it out. And we've got a village. Oh, but that's probably abandoned town, isn't it? It is. Okay, so that's not going to have a massive defended bonus. And this stack can get the city here. Or actually, you know what? You go there. I'll need to do that again. I'll send in most of them north. The ones that are damaged can stay back. Okay, so over here we are doing mostly okay. We'll take a little bit damage, but we do have artillery support on that, so it should do quite a bit of damage on the enemy, but we're losing a massive amount of cash right now. We're losing 80 million per day, just according to that. Well, that's less than ideal. How far are we into making these? Oh, actually, we did manage to complete these two. Just today, okay. So that means that we are not going to be using quite as much on construction, that's for sure. How much less we're going to be using, I don't know yet. I'll wait to see what the impact is going to be. How much is the unemployment? It's still 12.5%. Inflation is minus 4.4. It used to be at minus 6 not that long ago, like maybe a year ago in game. So we managed to improve the situation quite a bit, or maybe actually 2 years ago, 3. Anyway, in the past few years it's gone up a little bit at least. The question is, are we making money now? No, we're still losing. Oh, that's not good. I wonder, is there... I suppose we could technically lower the research a little bit. But I don't really want to if I don't have to. Let's just have a look. Is there something that we're not selling? No, we're selling everything except uranium. Are we selling all of this? I suppose we are. I'm just going to increase this by another... Let's go to 30,000 total. Because we're using quite a bit of it. If we can make that, that would allow us to at least have a bit more. Is this lake? Oh no, that's plains. Okay. Let's go ahead and keep those artillery pieces busy. Oh, there we go. You got into the river and you got destroyed. That worked better than I expected. Now, are we going to lose more money or... Yes. We are. I suppose we could try increasing the industrial goods or increasing the industrial goods production again. That might allow us to do a bit more. Alright, let's get you inside the city. Our artillery over there is still shooting. Right, how's the situation over here? You guys need to get into the city. There's a little bit of the vehicle. Well, there's one artillery in there. We can probably group up the units that are in fairly good shape and attack there. We got the artillery support there. You can get in there. Gather up these next to the industrial complex there. Now, did we manage to... We have managed to reduce the money that we're losing, but I'm not entirely sure how big of an impact we are having. Let's try if we go for 47%. Is that another abandoned town? No, that is not. At the same time, I think we just need to repair these. We'll take some damage in that combat, but I'm sure that we will win it. Ooh, actually. Rather than go after that one, let's first destroy the artillery that is moving in. We're slowly getting towards Shanghai, which I believe would be here, yeah. It is indeed. Alright, so those are moving. Got a few units over here that can then join in to the combats. There we go, destroyed one. Let's start moving this infantry. The question is, I suppose this infantry could just move along the coast here and take whatever it can. We can take these three, send for repairs in there. Yeah, looks like we're doing pretty good damage on the garrisons, that's for sure. We will probably need to repair at least one crow after this combat, but I'm sure that we can win without actually losing any actual units. Or complete units. There we go, they're down to, well, one garrison now. Hold on a minute. Are you just running through there? I guess we can't see there or something. Let's get you inside there, destroy the artillery pieces. There we go. Okay, do we have... I suppose we can take 2 crows from here, do a bit of cleaning. And then we've got actually quite a few crows over here. Let's send them in and attack the industrial complex. We don't want to destroy that entire complex, we just want to damage it a little bit. Now, how are we doing on this side? We're taking quite a bombardment. I suppose we'll just need to move in and destroy the artillery, and that's going to make life a lot easier. It looks like the mortars are not moving though, which does complicate things a tiny bit. And we have a lot of the troops over here that we could also utilize if we want to. But I think I'm going to focus on the coast right now. Okay, took a bit of damage over here. This one needs to go get some repairs. You can get in there. Right, so this infantry stack can probably move all the way there and start taking the towns on the coast until they reach somewhere around here. I'm still losing about 20 million per day. Oddly enough, the market price for industrial goods hasn't really dropped, so let's go for 50% of the total. It's going to be another 4,000. Now, of course, the profit per ton is not a massive amount. It's about 1,400 minus whatever we lose in the selling the resources instead. Although, a lot of the resources in or going in there, for example, the oil or petroleum and coal and also that sort of stuff, the prices have been going down. So if we have a bit less on sale, that means that the prices for those will likely go up, considering that we are the biggest producer in almost everything. Actually, probably everything. Come to think of it, because we have like 2/3 of the world population and probably about 2/3 of the world land area, more or less. Well, at least not far off. Okay, so those are moving. Do we have more troops here? We do have another crow that we can send up down that way. Oh, right, and we got the planes there. I don't think we have a lot of airfields to utilize them in, but oh well. Send you to be repaired. Park some of these into the city itself, and then we can take the rest of these. Oh, come on. Apparently I can't click today. Let's get some troops in there then, I suppose. Oh, that's an industrial complex. Well, that's going to be an easy target then. Like, even just 4 of those will be able to destroy pretty much anything in there. Now, oh, we are actually making money now. Good. Alright, well, let's get in the infantry there. We can use this stack to clear out there. Or clear the anti-tank gun. Oh, anti-tank. Oh no, that's anti-aircraft gun. Well, that's gotta be even easier then. I think we need to start getting towards this area. Slowly but surely. The infantry can clean up the coastline more or less. But if we take that one and then go to Xinhua and the industrial complex there, Fushu, among other things, should be quite good. I know that I'm probably not pronouncing these Chinese names even closely how they're supposed to be pronounced, but, well, I can't just say go here or there or that place there. I kind of do need to try the names, because otherwise it's going to be all too confusing. Even more confusing than badly pronounced names. But yes, all things considered, our attack over here is going rather nicely. I think, how much are we making money now? 7 million, okay, not much. I'm kind of tempted to increase the... Okay, the price of industrial goods has started going down now. Not particularly quickly, but it has started going down. But how is the... unemployment is 12.4% now. Inflation is 4.3%. So the economy is slowly recovering. Now, one thing that I did have to do, by the way, is I had to lower the military maintenance and training quite a bit. It's just about there that it keeps it somewhere around 99% to 100% usually. So it's like, it's not too bad, but if we lower it any more than that, then it's going to cause some problems for the military. Right, let's take the infantry. Start moving closer. Right, you guys can take that one. And let's move in the infantry over here. Actually, what I'm going to do is I'm going to have the infantry in the forest and the foot infantry in the forest and the mechanized in the plains. I do have 2 infantry units there, but those are very old, so I'm not particularly worried about... Ooh, we're actually starting to lose money again. It might partially be because the industrial goods price is dropping. But that might not be the entire truth. You know what, actually, let's send you down that way. Now, I don't think there's no river crossing in here, so as far as I can tell. It was... Hold on, is the filter... I know that there was a name for it, or hotkeys for it, but yeah, there's no river crossing in there, so we need to go around unless we're bringing one of the bridging units, which we do have 2 in China right now. At least 1 in China, I don't know about the second one. But it's just getting it in there and then using it just take a lot of time. It's going to be a lot faster to just go around, especially with the mechanized units. Okay, so those garrisons are pretty much dead. I'll have the mechanized units go around and capture the industrial units, or the industrial complexes rather, and then the foot infantry will be taking the cities and the coast. Over here, it's time to attack Fushu. Looks like it's gonna go fairly well. We do actually have another crow here that could be used. Okay, got a unit over here that should probably be repaired. I'm just gonna send that up for repairs. These units can now move into the city and probably find the garrison over there as well. Do have a stack of crows here. Start moving that north. And looks like the combat over here is going according to plan, more or less. There we go. We can get into the city first. Still losing a tiny bit of money. It's not too quick, but the problem is there's not that much that is going on. Well, actually, there is something that's going on. Now, are we No? Okay, we're not accumulating any, so let's increase that to 40%. Now, to be fair, the military goods price has probably dropped as well, which is going to be causing some issues. But at the same time, if we can lower the unemployment, that means that there's going to be a bit more money for people to be using, and that way we can then make sure to get a bit more domestic sales and that. Oh, yeah, now we're making money. World market still kind of hates us. I mean, we have destroyed quite a few members of the world market. Treaty integrity is over 70% now, and domestic approval rating is 11.2. World market subsidiary rate is 15.4% now. It has gone up a little bit, but it's still not particularly impressive. Alright, so let's send that one back to be repaired. Suppose I could get the artillery in here, but I don't want to move it further than that necessarily. It has pretty good range, so it doesn't necessarily need to be moving. We can send this one to be repaired there. And the rest of that, let's take the infantry first, give them orders to move, and then this one can start moving very soon. Let's get in there. It's only 4 garrisons, so it's not too big of a deal. Now, there was something problem with this one. I couldn't move my troops into Nanchang, even though I destroyed the garrison ages ago. Now, to be fair, the Green Berets can't get there in any case, because they can cross the rivers on their own. That's probably something that we'll need to do, just sending the infantry to capture that. Not necessarily that important complex, to be fair, but it would be nice to clean it up. Okay, well, we got that one now. I suppose let's go ahead and take that one. But actually, it would appear that we have run out of time for this episode. So the next episode is going to be tomorrow. I can promise you that much. And we'll probably just continue where we left off. I'll try to get to Nanjing and, you know, maybe make it China surrender. I mean, their military approval rating is still pretty high. Domestic approval rating is about as good as ours is. They have a little bit of money from time to time, but they seem to be kind of teetering at right at the zero budget. And what I checked from their economy, they have like the total budget is about a quarter of what we have. So yeah, not necessarily particularly strong. Not to mention their population is quite a bit smaller as well. About 5 times. But anyway, if you enjoyed this, please like, comment, subscribe if you haven't already. I'll check out the links down below in the description. But other than that, thank you very much for watching, and until next time, bye bye.